In today's video, we're taking a look at how to install a post base on concrete using Titen anchors. This is so easy, anyone could do. Everything that we use on the video, we're going to leave a link on the description. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. That does help us out a lot. Thank you. And the advantage of using a post base in your installation is that it keeps the wood elevated above the concrete, helping prevent moisture damage and rot while providing a strong, stable connection. As well as the Titen HD screw anchor secure the base firmly to the concrete, and it also offers a corrosion resistance, excellent strength, and easy installation. And no matter if in your installation or build you're using a different post base size or screw size, the technique will be the same. And remember, because the last thing you want on a clear sunny day is to die, safety is the #1 thing. In this particular case, we're using a 6x6 wood post and also a Simpson Titen HD 1/2 inch by 6 inch anchor. And remember, when choosing a concrete screw anchor, you want to make sure that you get the correct size, the load rating, and even the material type. Let's say, for example, in this installation, which is an outdoor installation, we're using a type 304 stainless steel Titen HD anchor, and we do that for its corrosion resistance. For this installation, you can use a standard hammer drill or a SDS Plus hammer drill. The advantage of a regular hammer drill is lighter and more affordable for occasional projects, while an SDS rotary hammer drill is faster and requires less effort, making it the better choice for deep concrete holes. But no matter which you use, you got this, grasshopper. We believe in you. So for Titen HD anchors, the main rule is to use a masonry bit that matches the anchor's diameter. So a 1/2 inch anchor requires a 1/2 inch bit. Since our anchor is 6 inches long, we'll add an extra 1/2 inch and mark the bit at 6.5 inches with blue tape, so we know when to stop. And the reason for the additional depth of 1/2 inch is it gives the concrete dust somewhere to settle and prevents the anchor from bottoming out before it's fully seated. You can also deduct the post base thickness and any washers you may add to your measurement. And now that we filled your brain with data, we're ready for the installation. And the first thing that we want to make sure is that our concrete is clean and fully cured. In this installation, we waited the full 28 days before drilling. And here we're installing an outdoor barbecue pergola. We already marked where our hosts are going to land, so this is going to make the placement of the post base a lot easier. And we want to make sure then when placing our post base, we are centered and keeping the base closest to the center. And what this does, it keeps the anchors safely away from the edges for a stronger, more stable connection, preventing corner breakage as well. And after we place the post base in its final location, what we like to do before we drill the hole is mark the entire hole on the concrete, so when drilling, we know how much playroom we have. And if you notice, the post base hole is slightly larger than the anchor, and this is helpful because it's going to make alignment a lot easier. It means even if you have centered your post base on the concrete footing, you still have 1 inch of playroom side to side for your final post base installation. And now comes the part of the video where you release some home stress. I mean, aka household pain. I mean, a house full of love. And meanwhile we drill the hole, we like to have a vacuum next to the bit sucking up that dust. And before you start drilling, you want to make sure that you're positioned well, that your drill is directly over the mark. You want to make sure that you keep the bit perfectly vertical, and you want to start drilling slowly. And when drilling the hole, what we like to use is a step method where we drill a little bit, we take our vacuum and remove the dust from the hole, and then keep drilling. Always remember to keep your drill bit vertical and level. And finally, when we get to our last drilling and we get to our marked tape, we like to take the vacuum and try to remove as much dust as possible. You can also use compressed air to remove any concrete dust from the bottom and sides of the hole. In this case, we like to use both methods, the vacuum and air. Now we're ready to reposition the post base. We're going to place the post base over the drill hole. Check that it remains centered, square, and in the correct orientation. And before we install the post base permanently, we like to mark the post base once again. We reconfirm all our numbers just to make sure that we have everything correctly. The next step is optional, and it is adding a washer. This is something that can come with your particular kit or not. In this case, we are using one. Now we're going to drive the concrete anchor. You can use an impact driver, an impact wrench, or a hand ratchet. And for this particular 1/2 inch Titen HD anchor, we're using a 3/4 inch socket as well as an impact wrench. Remember, everything that we use, we'll leave a link on the description. Remember that socket sizes can vary, so always check the manufacturer's specification for the particular anchor you're installing. Now we want to drive the anchor slowly until the underside of its washer head makes firm contact with the post base. We don't want to keep tightening after the head contacts the bracket, and you want to make sure that meanwhile you drive the anchor, your post base does not move from your desired location. Once you drove the anchor completely, you want to check that the post base sits flat on the concrete. It does not rotate or rock. Also, that the anchor head completely covers the hole. The anchor is firmly seated without bending the bracket. We want to go ahead and insert the wood post. Make sure it's completely against the bracket's raised platform and that is level before we install the final screws. In this case, we use the rubber mallet to show it who's the boss. I mean, to get it leveled and plumb. And now you're ready to install the structural screws. And remember, you always want to verify with the manufacturer for screw size, length, quantity, and load rating for your particular post base or build. As well, if you're using outdoors or for pressure treated lumber, you want to make sure that it has a corrosion resistant coating or that it is stainless steel. Once you attach the screws, you want to do the final inspection. You want to verify that the post is plumb in both directions, the bracket is square and firmly anchored, the post does not wobble inside the base, that all the required fasteners are installed, the concrete has not cracked or chipped, or any other inspections. Before you head back to the dungeon, I mean to your beautiful, loving home and pain. I mean love. And now you've done it. You become a black belt on post-based installation of your town. You can pat yourself on the back for a job well done. There's no base you can install. Don't forget, if you like the video, please give us a thumbs up. That really helps. If you have any questions, place them in the comment section below. Either someone on the StatUpBox team or someone on the YouTube community can help you out with an answer. Don't forget to subscribe, follow us on social media. Thank you for watching, and here's a link to our latest video.